Hello, welcome to 80 Days of Writing with yours truly, Alexis Marie Chute, author of Expecting Sunshine and Above the Star. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today is day 40 of 80 in my 80 Days of Writing. So it was Mother's Day yesterday, which is why I thought I would bring this little human into the talking parts of my video. This is my youngest, Luca. That's right. Luca. So my mother and my oldest, my daughter, got me this shirt yesterday, Super Mom. So I really just wanted to pause from my beautiful 80 Days of Writing adventure to reflect on being a mother and also a creative human being, but anything. So I remember I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit to me. So I'm speaking to so many people, not just artists, not just writers. But I've always had this vision of working alongside my children, that I would be able to be both super mom and super woman in my career and pursuing my passions. And it has been an adventure. It has also been a bit of a challenging journey. But at the same time, I do feel that it is incredibly worth it and fulfilling to be both of these things that I'm so passionate about. I used to feel that I had to choose. I have been told by many people, choose. Are you a writer? Are you a painter? Are you a photographer? What are you exactly? And people sometimes want to put you into a box of something that they can understand. And at the end of the day, we have to be authentic and genuine to who we are and to what our life is leading us towards. And so that isn't always an easy decision to make, but it is a decision that requires bravery, and it will ultimately lead to the most fulfillment. Not necessarily the most easy journey, but you will feel personally fulfilled. And that's where I'm at. It's been a roller coaster ride figuring out how to juggle being a mom and being a creative entrepreneur and figuring out what that looks like for me in particular. So I grew up with a working mom. I didn't know anything different. And so that was my example. That was my role model. And I always thought, okay, moms that stay at home, that would be so nice. And yet I did feel like my mom was a superhero. She was off being inspiring. You know, like the golf course she was a member at, they didn't let women golf before, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And she was like, that's not acceptable. And they changed that rule at the golf course because of my mom. I'm like, what a ballsy, amazing woman. And so at the same time, when I became a mother, I felt really inspired by my own upbringing, that I wanted to be an example for my kids and show them like what real passion and drive looks like, not just the boring 9-to-5 drudge where you hate what you do. Oh, the camera just moved because my baby went under my power cord. So if you work 9-to-5, great, but it's all about, oh God, Lucas, stop that. No. See, there are little challenges to working from home. This is now the limbo cord. I'm gonna unplug. I'm unplugging. I'm spoiling his fun. Oh, limbo cord is gone. Okay, there are challenges from working from home. Where was I on my talk? But at the same time, it is blissfully amazing being able to juggle both worlds. So when I first had my 8-year-old, my daughter, I just slogged along. I had this it was almost like a dog, barrier gate. But I got it at a kid's store, so it was totally legit. But I created like this area right beside where I was working for her, and filled it with toys and everything. And I thought, okay, I can do this. I can work at my desk and paint and write, and then right beside me will be my kid. Yeah, the light is on. The light is on. I love little people. Anyway, I thought I could do these two things simultaneously. And it was hard, even with her in there with all the cool little kid stuff I could think of. She just wanted me, and she was reaching and so I was so frustrated. And so it was a journey for me of trying to figure out how to make these two passions work. And for a while I felt like they couldn't. And so for a time I did put my work stuff as a lower priority, as a side thing. And you know, when you put something on the side, you barely have any energy for yourself at the end of the day. So to try to give energy to that thing you love is very hard. You have to be very diligent with trying to make that kind of situation work. And so I felt pulled. I always felt this pull between my passions, because I'm super in love with my family, and yet I'm super in love with my creative work. So really finding that balance. And then I went to a different extreme where I guess the middle extreme too was I started to take my kids to play places where I could sit and work at the same time. And that was a really good balance when I didn't have school-aged kids. They were young enough to play independently, and I sat, and that's how I wrote a good chunk of Expecting Sunshine, my memoir, was sitting at this place called Cafe Au Play. I literally asked them to plug in my laptop, so they had to loop it around to this plug-in that was in the kitchen side of the restaurant cafe. And Hannah played, and she had all these little new playmates every time, and we went there almost every day. I spent a lot of money on entry fees, coffee, lunch, and we stayed there sometimes like 5 to 6 hours. And she loved it, I loved it, it was great. And at the same time though, when I added new kids into the mix, it became more and more of like a puzzle, of a juggling act. And so I did go to this other extreme where I hired nannies. I've had some really amazing nannies over the years. And so that has given me just this beautiful ability to stay working from home, and yet then I can also just pursue my passions, and I know my kids are taken care of, that I'm not just turning on the TV all day and letting them be, you know, wild and not supervised. And you know, sometimes the TV still goes on. That's life, right? Oh, Luca's like, TV on? But today, like this morning, I know that I'm going into a crazy, no TV on. No TV on. No TV on. I know I'm going into this crazy season of travel, and so I'm really taking advantage of every opportunity where I can put this guy down for his nap. Did we have a nap together today?
No nap.
No nap. Well, you had a nap.
No nap.
There's no nap anymore because we've already had the nap.
No nap.
Okay, no nap. But it was amazing. Like, I just loved reading him books and cuddling with him, and then he fell asleep right on my arm. And I literally couldn't escape without waking him up. And when I finally did get my arm out, I did wake him up. But I stayed with him for, oh my gosh, probably 2 hours, and just let him sleep on my arm. And that's one of the best things that I feel like I get this blessing of. During the day, I can put my kids down for naps, I can have lunch with them. And at the same time, I have like this wonderful support where I know things are taken care of, and I can pursue my dreams. That is a beautiful gift. So I know not everyone works out this puzzle of motherhood and passions same as I do, but I think it is so inspiring for little boys and little girls to see their parents, no matter if they work for themselves or somebody else, whatever the job title might be. Like, I think little kids seeing their parents be passionate about what they do, it encourages and inspires this next generation to also be passionate and inspire little people. And we need to continue to encourage them as they grow to find that thing in their lives that makes them come alive, the thing that they dream about, the thing that they are so passionate about that it almost feels like it throbs in their veins. So encouraging people to pursue life in this beautiful, passionate way. That's what I'm really excited about. So today is day 40. This is the halfway hump. So I think that I'm like close to 50,000 words, and I've had quite a bit of time where I didn't put any words to paper per se because I was either plotting or editing Above the Star, which is book 1 in the 8th Island Trilogy. However, I am just passionate about getting back into it. Today is a beautiful sunny day, and I'm super inspired by spring and summer. These are my seasons where I come alive, and I feel so connected. So I'm excited to be inspired by beautiful nature. Today's really windy, so in days to come, I'm gonna be taking you outside while I do my writing. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me on this journey and sharing these videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to alexismariechute.com/contact. Enter your email address and I'll keep you in touch. I'll keep in touch with you. Keep you in touch. Keep you in touch. Whatever that might mean. I've got book tour excitement coming up where I'm traveling North America and beyond. So if you want to know what's going on, subscribe to my e-news and we will stay in touch. All right. Thank you so much for being here on day 40. I will catch you next time.